Could you please put a gameplay in the background? Thanks. I'll try to do this quickly, as I doubt that a large percentage of my audience will even watch this video, but I guess I'm obligated to make this video anyway. I know, it's been almost 5 months since the last full episode of Meme Mayhem, which is quite a long time compared to the 2 months it usually takes to produce each episode. Let me explain. In case you are not aware of the posts I make in the channel's community tab, which you should be. A few months ago Meme Mayhem went on hiatus for a while. In the post, I simply explained that we would be on hiatus until further notice and gave a very simple explanation of why, but now I will give you a slightly more detailed explanation of what happened. To keep the identity of the voice actor who started the hiatus a secret, because I love secrets, we'll call him Joe. Joe Mama. It turns out that I put the script for the new one. Little Joe was suffering delays due to problems in his life that prevented him from doing his lines. So SMX5 and Little Joe talked about it. So SMX5 had two options: wait patiently for this situation to be resolved, keeping the voice actor but delaying the episode a couple of months, or the second was to fire the voice actor and find a replacement for him, sacrificing his voice but keeping the episode's release schedule. Some of you probably think that the second option was the best one, but there are certain factors that led me to wait instead of changing the voice actor. The first is that I'm not exactly a fan of abrupt changes, let alone removing people from my crew, which we'll see later, because my voice actors, apart from being my exploitable machines, are important people to me, so I don't take it well when I have to kick people out of the crew. And the second reason, and to some extent the most reasonable one, is that Joe doesn't just have one character in Meme Mayhem, but several, and they are important characters. So in the hypothetical case that he is fired, I would have to find quite a few new voice actors, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but it is for me, because it's not just about replacing voices. Take what I just said and throw it in the trash. Hello. Here's 5, on the day the hiatus officially ended. I had planned to only have the video you just saw, which I made in advance for when the hiatus ended, but it turns out I now have more things to tell you that don't make much sense with the rest of the original video, so here I'll tell you everything new you need to know, but I won't edit it as well, because I need to get to work on the episode quickly. Well, it turns out that, even though I just said I didn't want to make any voice changes, in the end I had to do it. Oh well, hypocrisy. But this wasn't just to avoid future hiatuses. It was also for creative reasons. Now I'll explain which characters will undergo VH changes. First, we have SMG4 Minion, who in his first and brief appearance was voiced by user Darkfire, who was dismissed from the crew some time ago. The exact reasons remain confidential, but this decision was made to avoid future hiatuses for Meme Mayhem. The new voice for Minion will be provided by user the Lion Guard 88, who also voiced Nastasia in the first mini-sode of Meme Mayhem.
Boss! Glad you made it back! How's it going? But I wanna go! If you lay a hand on my boss, I swear I will kill you!
The other character who will undergo a voice actor change is none other than Melanie, whose voice in the pilot episode and the first 2 episodes of Meme Mayhem was provided by voice actor Reagan, who also voices Meggie and Tari, respectively. The reason for the reassignment of her character was real-life setbacks with the voice actor, which were feared could lead to future hiatuses and to get the work done much more quickly. Although it was also partly due to creative decisions, as both Meggie and Melanie's voices from the VA often sounded too similar, which should not be the case. The new VA for Melanie is the user Ultimate Spirits.
So let me get this straight. You want me to somehow use my powers to make Maggie a better cook? Of course, when it's Maggie, it starts to become a problem.
As you can hear, her voice is more similar to the original Melanie, but to be honest, I didn't care if the voice was the same or not, because it was her performance and characterization that led me to hire her. Well, with all that said, to demonstrate my own hypocrisy, as you can see from the title, Meme Mayhem is no longer on hiatus, and episode 3 is expected to premiere in September. Since SMX5 has been working on all the scenes that didn't require Joe's voice acting, a large part of the episode is already finished, so you won't have to wait much longer to finally see it. And that's it, bitches. I don't have the mental stability to edit anymore. I'm outta here.